can't find anything anymore. There we go. Okay. All right, play. Dim games. What is the next big release I'm looking forward to? Probably Death Stranding 2, honestly. Death Stranding 2, we watched that trailer last stream. If you haven't seen that trailer, you gotta check it out sometime. It looks so good. Is literally the reason I even traded up for a PS5 Pro. Well, that and GameStop had a good deal going on, but it looks so good. It looks so fucking good. But that's probably the next big thing I'm looking forward to. I'm curious to see...
There I was, after all those years, at the threshold of a nightmarish place. I never thought I'd have the courage to return.
Ooh.
While I had been toying with the idea for a while, that day I had woken up with a peculiar urge to return to Hanwell Mental Institute.
Okay, what the hell was that about? It's like... maybe they're not real. It was kind of a weird glance, like no talking.
Of course, there was a strong reason to come here.
Oh.
But the circumstances that led me back to the Institute were oddly dreamlike, as if I wasn't in control of my own actions.
No control. Yeah, those eyes, like, they look dead. I'm guessing they're a ghost. Yeah, now they're not there. Okay. They tried really hard to show us that right now.
Why was I doing this? I needed to know what this place had done to me. The meaning behind those bizarre visions. I'd rather face the direful truth than live in blissful oblivion.
My juice box. This place is all overgrown. It's not looking good. Juice box. High C. All right. Press escape to open the record book. All right, we got settings in here. Very high. That's good. Light sensitivity. Cataract. Photophobia. I guess that's brightness level. Speed of... I don't know what that means. Vertical... disorientation. Slow conversations. I don't know what any of this means. Like, it's worded kind of weird. Well, I guess it's fine. We'll just go with it. Okay, press the mouse button middle to zoom in. Okay, press the spacebar to toggle hotspots. Okay. It's weird. It's like a point and click, but it's excuse me. It's more 3D. What a strange rock formation. Beautiful, yet somehow... You say disgusting? That went really quick. Its pure, pearly surface captured the last golden rays of the waning sun. Darkness was imminent. It's a point-and-click FPS. Twisted like my memories! The rock formation must have been huge, considering the distance from the cliff. Yeah, it looks like it's way out there. Pretty big. I wish I could say something more interesting, but it was just a very big rock. Okay, I guess we don't need to look at that anymore. Like, okay. A gloomy forest bordered the grounds of the Institute, creating a pronounced sense of isolation. Alright. I realized that I didn't have my notepad. My memory was failing me, so keeping notes would be a dire necessity. I was ready to go in, but I really needed to bring my notepad with me. Oh, where's the hell's your notepad, dude? You leave it in the car? Yeah, it's right there. As I grabbed my notepad, I was struck by the sense of confidence I hadn't expected. I felt ready to tackle the mysteries inside that looming structure. Cool beans. I could have raced down the desolate mountain without ever looking back, but then those visions would keep haunting me. Okay, how do I get out of this? Oh, there was a... Figuring, the mechanics. Alright, right-click to open your journal. Sure. Enter the Institute. I trusted that I would find the answers I so desperately needed inside the Handwell Mental Institution. It was what I had come for, and I was ready to go inside. Alright. It's a little confusing with some of the interactions, because I'm so used to when it still shows an indicator, there's more there, or that's what you're supposed to do. Not so much in this style. He'll just keep saying stuff. It's like a PNC and FPS puzzle a little bit. Horror. 8 p.m. Why would there be anybody here? What is with this frame rate of this video? It's like 15 FPS video.
Welcome to the Hanwell Mental Institute. What can I do for you?
I wasn't expecting to find anyone here.
Oh? And why is that?
Well, this is gonna sound a bit strange, but I thought this building was abandoned.
As you can see, that's no longer the case. My name is Julia, and I'm the receptionist for the Institute. Why are you here?
Why does it sound like he's in front of, like, you know, a decent quality microphone, but they recorded her off a speakerphone? Like, do you guys get that? Like, it just sounds like somebody put a speaker, you know, put their phone on speaker and put it up to a mic and was like, all right, read the dialogue. It has this, like, weird echoey hollowness of, like, a really shitty mic or speakerphone.
This is an awkward situation. I was hoping to take a look around the Institute.
But you thought it was abandoned.
Indeed, and that's why I thought nobody would mind.
We certainly do mind. This is private property, you know. Hanwell Mental Institute was never abandoned, just closed to the public until recently. And still, deserted or not, it's not like just anyone can walk inside. You do realize that.
This caught me completely by surprise. I'm not sure what to say.
Well, you can start by explaining yourself. Why did you come here?
So, it's closed to the public, but still in operation, but it looks dilapidated as hell. Like, this would not be conducive of providing good mental health care if the entire facility just looks like trash. Like, how are the patients supposed to feel about that? It'd be really depressing. Alright, so I guess we gotta try these other tabs. Building not abandoned.
The last thing I expected was to find people here tonight. I assumed the Institute had shut down indefinitely.
Not indefinitely. It's true that it ceased to operate for a number of years, but we're in the process of reopening it now. While not in the most pristine of conditions, which should be evident if you look around, the structure is still robust and usable, but there's a lot of work to do.
I must say its general state is indeed rough, but I can see how with some cleanup, intensive cleanup, you could get this place up and running again.
Also, other mental
Intensive
hospitals in the
cleanup is
region are growing
understating.
overcrowded, which has prompted state authorities to reuse this place.
Why are other hospitals so overcrowded?
I can't say. Maybe it's the times we're living in. Don't you feel somewhat overwhelmed by everything that's going on in the world? I often do. Guess some people are less prepared to cope with all that and, you know, need help.
I see your point.
Still, that doesn't mean I can allow a complete stranger in.
Complete stranger. Do we really got to go through each one of these? Or no, it's getting me to people. It's kind of weird, right? I'm curious. Let's do this one.
So, let me get this straight. The whole institute is being reopened?
That's what I said. Patients from smaller hospitals who are not getting proper attention are being relocated here, and extensive renovations are scheduled to begin tomorrow.
It all seems rather empty, though.
Tonight, it's just me, security, Dr. Miller, and a few patients in the building.
Extensive renovations. I mean, look, I can't even move the camera right now, but just looking ahead at the state of anything, like, plus just the drive up here, they should just tear this place down. Like, that's kind of crazy. Let's look at people.
So, you were the receptionist here?
Yes, this is my first night. The Institute is operating with minimal staff until renovations are complete.
Do you cover a position other than receptionist? I feel this place needs a lot of staff.
Not at the moment. I'm just waiting on people to show up at the door and helping them whenever needed.
Sounds like you're doing a good job.
Perhaps. There's not much I can do at the moment.
I see how the position could be a bit tedious. At least until there's more people arriving.
That's kind of weird. This place is a piece of shit. Yeah, it's all run down.
So who's Dr. Miller?
He has been appointed as the new head director of the Institute, and he's overseeing the whole reopening process.
I thought Hanwell was the director. Isn't that the name of the institute?
That was a long time ago, and I'm not sure about that history either.
Piece
I
of
do
poop.
recall that Dr. Miller and Dr. Hanwell were acquainted with each other. And I don't think Dr. Miller is planning to change the name of the Institute either, out of respect for Dr. Hanwell.
Sure. Alright, so how do I get out of this? We kind of... I mean, tasks? Can I just enter?
I needed to visit the place. We have some history together.
You'd need an appointment for that, and we aren't even scheduling them yet.
Perhaps if I clarified my situation, you might consider making an exception?
We'll see. Let's talk about why you're here.
FLCL, how you doing today? Welcome on in. I don't know if I'm supposed to keep clicking it or what at this point. I'm a little... Hey, that doesn't do anything. Doesn't do anything. What if I just do that again, maybe? Okay.
I was really hoping to visit the building.
And again, I need a good reason to let you in.
I understand. Let's try discussing something else then.
That might be a good idea. I'm curious about the purpose of your visit.
This isn't my first time here, you know.
Oh, you used to work here?
Well, I'm very much acquainted with this institute.
Very
You should have
much.
said so in the first place. I still don't understand why you came all the way up here in the evening.
There's something from those old days that I need to find, and quite urgently. It's a health issue.
You sound serious.
Very much so.
And you're looking for...
Documents mostly, maybe some notes. There's a matter of great importance that I need to understand.
Well, it's a highly unusual situation, but it's not like you can cause much trouble. And if you do, I'll have the security guard have a not-so-friendly talk with you.
Understood.
Let's talk rules then. First,
A lot of talking.
you're fully responsible for your own safety.
I accept all the risks.
You must also leave
We
before
accept
dawn.
the risks,
The
chat.
construction workers are arriving early and will turn the place upside down. And please, steer clear of the upper floors. There's dangerous equipment up there. Do we have an agreement?
Yes, we do.
Alright, we're
Thank
in.
you so much, Julia. This means a lot.
We are in.
Very well. Go ahead. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Yes.
Me too. Something tells me this is my last chance before the Institute as I knew it ceases to be.
It's going to be a whole different place in the morning, that's for sure.
Alright, good. Right-clicked
I'm
in the
done for now.
conversation. Let's see here. Doing fabulous. I'm doing pretty good. Thank you. Said sorry. So you're not sure if it went through. Oh, so straight above me is actually the chat right there. So if you get one of those messages, you can just look above and see if it actually sent or not. Had this game on your wish list for a long time. You'll get it eventually. Yeah, I've been very interested about this game. So far, it's pretty cool. Art style looks cool. I was very interested in this because, you know, historically, I'm not a huge fan of, like, point-and-click games. Not like I have anything necessarily against them, just not necessarily my cup of tea. But with the free movement of this, it really adds a whole dimension to the whole point-and-click thing, and I like it a lot. Kind of makes it feel like a, I mean, I guess not really, but somewhat of like a turn-based point-and-click. You get my drift? Faj, you just redeemed... We'll find it somewhere. It's somewhere. Yeah, this place is all sorts of messed up. Just looking around. I'm gonna see something here. Yeah, I wanna see if I can do a quick adjustment here for you. Ooh, what the heck? That was weird. Alright, let me see here. Where is it? Where is it? Somewhere. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let me just... Yep, it's dead. And it's back. Is that better? Yeah, a little bit. Okay, cool. There we go. Alright, let's see here. We got a door. There's another door. And nothing, I guess, over there. A look. Apparently the door was latched from the other side. It's always the other side. Let's see, what's this? The view might have once been breathtaking, but between the stains, dirt, and gloomy night, it was anything but. It was going to be a long night. Even looking outside felt depressing. So why would he come here at night? Like, wouldn't you want to get at a place that you thought was going to be abandoned and shut down early in the day? Like, that feels like a recipe for a horror video game. Try as I might, the door wouldn't open. You bastard. Alright, so I guess we're not doing jack up here yet. Let's go back down the stairs. I guess we can go this way. Oh, hey, a door. Let's see. Does it open? Hey, it does. Alright, there's some beds. What do we got? Visitors would sit here and speak with their relatives or loved ones. Such a desolate sight now was heartbreaking. What was that? Glasses. Broken glasses. Well, one side's okay, but... Interesting. Alright. Can we go through here? It's so weird that they rendered a lot of the motions at such a low frame rate. I began to remember the layout of the building. This was the administrative area. And, damn, why does that go so quick? There was an option for slow conversations. Maybe we gotta check that. What is vertical disorientation? I want to see what that is. Oh. It just reverses the mouse up and down. I don't like that. I'm gonna disable that camera motion. That was honestly a little motion sicknessy. So it feels better now that it's not just like bobbing around all over the place. Alright. Whatever it was here a second ago. Did this game come out this year? It came out 10 days ago. Lito, welcome on in. Can we open this? A thick veil of grime covered the window, and it was a shame. I could have used a glimpse of the outside world. WC? Wow. WC water closet, I guess, huh? The lights didn't work here. Man. Yeah, this is gonna need a good scrub, and this is like Silent Hill-esque bathroom. Why even look at that mirror? Just a regular trash can, which unsurprisingly hadn't been emptied. There's no water. Perhaps a long time ago these sinks had invited people to wash their hands. But not now. Ugh. There's bugs all over there? Man. People left stuff in that toilet, I bet. Let's get the hell out of here. Nope, nope, nope. Put that away. How do I leave? Okay. The toilet didn't feel very private in its current state. By some divine grace, the lid was closed. I guess we don't want to go digging in that toilet. Out of service. I wasn't planning to go in anyway. Alright, well, let's get the hell out of here. Alright, that water closet was pretty bad. I think we came from there, right? Is this open? Okay. We are not James. We're always James. What's this? Whoa. I wish you could... Can you... Wait. No. Stop. Tab to read more clearly. Alright. Pick it back up. For decades, the Hanwell Mental Institute housed patients for many ages with varying degrees of mental illness. Feeble-minded men and women not fit for living independently in society were admitted and received excellent nursing care. With hygienic environment, magnificent facilities, and well-qualified personnel, the Institute strived to attend to all their needs. The 4-story building was constructed atop a cliff amidst a leafy and calm forest with the goal of housing over 300 patients. This particular location ensured maximum security. Access was severely restricted, and any patient attempting to leave would have to descend a rocky and winding path down to the base of the high mountain. Gotta wait for it to scroll. Thwarting any attempt to escape the facilities. So it went from sounding like a calm, welcoming place you might need to go to if you need help, to like an insane asylum. Like really quick in this letter. Every day, patients could spend their time in the vast courtyard, library, or game room and take part in other leisure activities. The most capable ones were periodically selected to help with the daily duties, such as laundry, cooking, administrative tasks, and such. Groups were assembled and assigned to a therapist, according to the cognitive capabilities of their members, engaging each individual in diverse approaches to therapy. These included standard rehabilitation, hydrotherapy, group therapy, and, for the more difficult cases, other, more stringent methods. Well, well, well. Relaxing classic music. All right then. Cool. What's this? What's this? Please be more mindful of the vinyl records. Their covers are scattered all over the section and they're getting damaged. We can't let patients play with them, although I've seen members of the staff being careless with them as well. It's a shame and a disgrace to all the hard work we nurses do here to keep this place running smoothly. Alright, how do I get out of here? I could still perceive the smell of intensely strong cigarettes. Oh, there we go. Well, that was cool. Got some backstory there. Psychotherapy in our society, perception, horizons, anthropology, sense and nonsense in psychology, the doctor and the soul. A lot of books here. We gotta look at them all. Chapter 1, Introduction to Psychology, Research and Methods. Okay, I guess. It doesn't look like you can go to anything. I'm curious though, like, if any of this is gonna be puzzle solving we'll need later. We'll have to keep that in mind. The blackboard seemed to have been overused throughout. Bring that back up. Oh, it's not gonna say the same thing. It brought back memories of school and how much I loved studying. I wish that text would slow down. If I had one complaint of this game so far, it's just the speed of the text. It goes really fast. Like, I wish it wouldn't disappear. You had to, like, click something for it to actually go away, but it's not how they did it. Alright, what's in this? Archives. Maybe get some cool patient stories in here. Records, note, essays, and even newspapers, but nothing of importance. Bullshit. I bet there's cool stuff in there. Many rows of boxes, presumably filled with administrative papers, adorned the east wall. Okay. Hey, is that a map? Can I take this map? Speaker wiring diagram. We're gonna have to do some speaker wiring, I guess. The wiring diagram seemed to indicate the location of speakers across the section of the first floor. Wiring diagram seemed... Okay, now he is repeating at least one thing. I guess. That was pretty highlighted. I assume we're going to need that at some point. Right-click to show an item you are carrying. There is nothing worth mentioning. You know... Oh, my mustache is tickling me. We did see that record in the other room. I wonder if we got to put it here. Nothing of note. That's his hand. So if I got to take a guess, we're going to have to get that record. We're going to have to put it there. There's a speaker diagram. We're going to have to play music for whatever reason. A knife. A letter opener would come in handy. It might. It's in this drawer. Seemed to be stuck. What about the letter opener? A fairly elegant letter opener. Sharp, too. Okay, use it. The letter opener seems sharp enough to cut through more than just paper. Okay, I guess he doesn't want to use it to pry the door open. Alright, long list of names. I think. Stew, Blood Coffee. Caesar, that's his name. Blood Coffee. What does that even mean? So, interesting list of names. The safe may have stored valuable stuff once, but all that remained was meaningless. There was nothing of importance inside the safe. Alright, whatever. What about here? Bringing a match into this room was out of the question. What the hell? He doesn't want to read any of the cool patient files. I'd be reading all this shit. Probably some really interesting reads in there. Let's see if we can go back and grab that record to put it in there. Alright. Yes. Okay, take it. Take it. I want you to take it. Okay, prelude for guitar number 16. Dusk on G flat. All right, can we take it? Maybe not. Can I shake it out? No. Doesn't actually look like there's a record in there. No dice. All right. I guess we'll just keep going then. Oh, that goes right to her. I guess we didn't need to go through that door over there, but All led to the same spot. Journal updated. Frustrating. The door wouldn't open. Shame, I could have used some fresh air. This place is huge. Really big. No doors here. Oh, there's a door. Look at this. It's all messed up. He won't comment on it, though. Alright, what about this door? The door seemed to be latched from the other side. Of course! Nothing. The switch was useless. You wouldn't need to try to turn on the lights had you come here in the day, idiot. Alright. The door seemed to be stuck. Try as I might, I couldn't get it open. I don't know why we're looking at that, but okay. What about the other one? Looks kind of like a mess hall in there, right? Like maybe the cafeteria or something. It's hard to tell. Alright, what do we got here? No hospital would be complete with a good old-fashioned corkboard. The door was shut tight. Everything is locked. Can I look through there? Look, there's bloody handprints. And the light's flickering. This room actually has light. Male infirmary. Male infirmary. Beyond this area were low-risk cells. I don't know, those handprints, seem pretty high risk. I bet it would be cool to go in there. But it's locked. Alright. Right? The bloody handprints let you know you're safe. I guess. Alright. Go this way. We haven't been down here yet. Hey, you just completely missed a door. Dr. Ebersbach? Something like that? Dr. Ebb? Okay, the dimly lit office belonged to Dr. Anne, a stern and cold psychologist who I'm remembered from my stay at the institution. Stop disappearing so quick! You game. Okay. G through N. Alright. I don't know why we're opening it and he doesn't want to look at anything. Anything? You don't want to look at it? Nothing. Why'd you even open it then? He doesn't want to look at those either. Bunch of books. The library was respectable and well preserved. Why wouldn't they have taken this stuff with... You know, this place is supposed to be abandoned, right? Like all the stuff in here was left over. They left a sizable book collection. Same thing in the other rooms, right? Like just a lot of stuff was quickly left behind. Like why would that be? Like nobody cared about their stuff? Like they're just like, oh, we're closing the asylum. Like, well, whatever. Just leave my shit there. Yes. They had a degree in clinical psychology. Yeah. Yeah, they did. Anything else? What's this? Right-click to show the item you're carrying. Cassette player owned by the doctor. Possibly meant she may have used it to record her thoughts or sessions. Yeah, we don't have any tapes. Ooh. Surely the cassette player was going to be useful. There was no point in tearing it apart with the letter opener. Shit. Why not? That would have been cool. Alright. Let's get out of here. It was a pile of documents about the workers at the Institute. Okay, a book. Okay, I think this is actually patient stuff, or maybe the doctor's notes, but let's read this. When I first arrived at the Institute, I wasn't sure what to expect, though it's well located and its facilities are modern and effective. The horse and buggy mentality of the staff and approach to medicine are appalling. It had been a few weeks already since I got here, and I know for certain I won't be I won't get along with Ellis. I can appreciate Dr. Hanwell's perspective and his need to take a firm hand in everyday activities at the Institute. I know too well what it means to deal with these sick, mindless individuals. But Ellis is altogether a different matter. His attitude is borderline brutish and dates back to a bygone era of barbaric practices. I can't understand how this character has attended so much rank and power at the Institute. Wish I could understand what Hanwell saw in him. Let it scroll for a moment here. Can I scroll this? Oh, I can! I can scroll it myself. I liked it auto-scrolling, but I wish it went quicker. In spite of the general adverse environment, I'm anxious to start testing my theories with a number of patients. Fortunately, the staff seem to respect my background and extensive studies. Tongue twister. They almost seemed intimidated by them. Even Alice treats me differently, with a kind of, lost my place, silent doubt, as if I didn't know what to expect. And I guess I've seen how he treats women in the Institute. Guess I must be some sort of puzzle to him. So I look forward to keeping my notes and observations in this journal. I'll be working with a particularly diverse group, with some of the members exhibiting extreme and promising pathologies. It is by far the most interesting subject. This woman has been a schizophrenic from a young age, exhibiting rambling and erratic personality. No family, no social life to speak of. She used to live in the suburbs where she'd roam aimlessly in the streets, your typical town loony. Last year, she was viciously raped by 2 thugs, and then heavily beat and bruised in a damped alley, beat and bruised in a damped alley. It's a miracle she's still alive. It's a miracle. Damn, that's shitty. Anyone cared enough to save her. Sadly, she became pregnant after the attack, which sent her psyche into an even darker downward spiral. Her mind is in a dark... Didn't read that right now. And she thinks she's carrying the spawn of the devil and has repeatedly attempted to perform an abortion. A fringe case by any measure. A sort of patient would have received unabashed shock treatment in other institutions, and the perfect subject to test newer, less invasive approaches to mind healing. Our first group therapy session will begin tomorrow, with about half a dozen patients, or so I've been told. I'm going to focus on this particular group for now, and I believe Hanwell himself will be present for the first sessions. Nothing of this sort has been attempted in this place, and I'm excited to take the first steps into a brighter new age for psychology. Damn. Did I ever play Scratches? No. I have not. Something I was reading here, specifically when they said spirals, reminded me. I watched the first episode, and I'm going to say it wrong. For some reason, its name is escaping me. Uzumaki? God, I'm going to have to look that up now. I think that's what it is. It's on HBO. I want to say it was originally on Netflix, but it doesn't seem real. The Junji Ito, supposedly Junji Ito anime. And I say supposedly because I've seen other stuff he's done, and this doesn't really feel like his stuff. It feels way westernized, and that first episode really didn't make me want to watch more. I might check out the next episode or two just to see if it gets any better, but yeah, I was pretty disappointed by what they showed in that first episode. I don't know if anybody else here has seen it. I'd be curious to hear other people's opinions of it, but it just, I don't know. It seemed kind of bad, really. Anyway, them saying spiral reminded me of that. Why is my mouse not working? There we go. Anything else? Nothing else? Well, that was interesting. We got to actually read somewhat of a patient file. Pretty depressing about that patient, although, you know, they're clearly not here anymore. I guess unless they are, that could be pretty creepy. How the hell do I get out of this desk? And out of this room. There we go. little dizzying when I'm trying to look around and find places to go. I don't know why his hand is out. Alright, so what do we got here? Another door, Dr. Hawthorne. And then a door with no label. I guess we'll try Dr. Hawthorne. Oh, the office of someone named Hawthorne. The office... Okay, it's clearly locked. Alright, what about this door? Okay. What's this? Ooh, that's, it's not really a great looking, photo there. Advertisement. Opening of the West Infirmary, 1878. Bunch of doctors, patients everywhere. Wonder if that photo was AI generated for the game. It's hard to tell, but you know, with how the people are standing kind of cut out looking there and there. It's hard to tell. All right, let's see what else we got. All right, reasons for admission. Wow, that is quite the list. Intemperance and business trouble. Kicked in the head by a horse? That's a reason for admission. Hereditary. Predisposition. Ill treatment by husband. Imaginary female trouble. Hysteria. Immoral life. Imprisonment. Jealousy and religion. Laziness. You can get committed to an asylum for being lazy. Marriage of son. Masturbation and syphilis. That's quite the combination. Masturbation for 30 years. Medicine to prevent conception. Mental deranged? Mental excitement. Novel reading. Novel reading? Why are these reasons to get admitted? You read a book. Committed. Nymphomania, opium habit, overaction of the mind, overstudy of religion, overtaxing mental powers. And no, gotta stop those mental powers. Parents were cousins. Yeah, that messed with you a bit. Periodical fits, tobacco and masturbation. A lot of masturbation on this list. Political excitement, politics, religious enthusiasm, fever and loss of lawsuit. Fever and loss of lawsuit. Linking mist, asthma, bad company, bad habits and political excitement. Bad whiskey. I had some bad whiskey. Commit me. Bloody flux, brain fever, business fever, carbonic acid gas, congestion of the brain, death of sons in war, you code into the army, deranged masturbation, dissolute habits, domestic affliction, domestic trouble, dropsy, egotism, epileptic fits, excessive sexual abuse, excitement as an officer, exposure and hereditary exposure and quackery, exposure in the army, fever and jealousy, fighting fire, stressed masturbation, suppression of menses, the war, time of life, uterine derangement, venereal excess, vicious vices, woman trouble, superstition, abuse of walkthroughs, smallpox, snuff eating for 2 years, spinal irritation, gathering in the head, greediness, grief, gunshot wound. You get shot, you get admitted. Hard study, rumor of husband murder, Salvation Army, Scarlatina, seduction and disappointment, self-abuse, sexual abuse and stimulants, sexual derangement, false confinement, feebleness of intellect, fell from horse in the war, and female disease. I think there's more down there, but you can't read these bottom ones. That is quite the list. Hey, Cephalopod Toast, welcome on in. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that list. But from 1864 to 1889, these would get you committed, apparently. Crazy. Oh, we already looked at that. I wanted to look at that. I guess I can't. Alright, I guess that's it. Interesting. There was a series of uninteresting magazines on the table. Dated, too. Alright, then. Well, let's get the hell out of here. Let's go back in that hallway. A janitor's closet, sure. It's really dark in here. Hey, this light switch actually worked. Just a bunch of meaningless notes left for the poor janitor. I had the impression that if it worked, the radio would only play pre-war transmissions. There was nothing of importance in them. Several liquids that were of no use to me, some of them dangerous even. Classical gold. Alright, can we take it? I don't see a record in there. Right click. Well, we do have that, we're digging in trash, chat. The Psycho. Sound reason. Anything else? Not sure what that means, but okay. Considering how dirty the blanket was, there was no way I would touch it. Judging by the smell, it had been a while since anyone had emptied that trash. Guess that's... Oh, what's this? Oh, there was nothing of importance. I think we did read that. Okay, well, I mean... Okay, what's this? Area. Several areas, doctors' offices. Cleaned using cloth. Empty trash. Cleaned using empty trash. Sanitizer was applied to the walls and rinsed if necessary. Floor cleaned using degreaser. Daily. So just schedule of his work. Interesting. Okay. Well. I guess that's it. Guess that's it for there. The vast and lonely ocean extended as far as the eye could see. I felt like I was at the end of the world. Just as we came from them, one day we will all return to the eternal waters. Okay. Oh, hey, look at that. I figured the speaker would be used for announcements and such. Yeah. Well, we looked at a bunch of stuff. We can't go upstairs. I have a letter opener. And we did get a letter, but we haven't been able to do anything else. It's a photo. Well, picture, painting. Maybe we got new dialogue with her. Why is there a microphone?
Have you been upstairs?
I tried to.
Not at all.
You liar.
Don't lie to me. I thought I could trust you, but I may start having second thoughts.
Everything was locked up there anyway.
All right, I'm sorry. I had a quick look, but didn't go very far.
It's all
Please,
locked.
I told you, the upper floors are off limits. Don't make me regret giving you permission to enter the building.
Don't worry, Julia. You can trust me. I won't cause you any trouble. Cross my heart.
Plus, we have a knife. Alright, I guess we got new stuff to talk about, so let's see if any of this opens up some new stuff for us. Remembering my past.
My memories of this place are hazier than I thought.
Gotta click.
It's likely its current state of disarray. I also find it disconcerting at times. The darkness and stillness of the night doesn't help either.
Nope.
That's very true.
Alright.
What can you tell me about the offices in this area?
Not much. It's your usual administrative offices. There's the archives room, another one for staff meeting.
Mm-hmm.
But you knew all this, right?
Oh, certainly. I was just asking how you felt about them.
I feel indifferent about them.
Yeah, that's a weird
They are
question.
administrative rooms. In any case, you're welcome to go in the archives and meeting rooms, but please refrain from entering offices of former doctors.
Oh.
Those should be locked anyway.
Some of them weren't.
Got it.
Alright, so now what? Topics? Okay, hey, we got new topics. Cool. Hey, Camo, welcome on in. How you doing? How's your day going?
What do you know about the Kirkbride architecture?
Kirkbride architecture?
Phew, that's a loaded topic. It's the structure of this very same building.
Yes, I assumed as much.
But I know it became dated and impractical, and a big part of the upcoming renovations beginning tomorrow is to turn this old design into a more flexible layout.
Sounds ambitious.
I hear they're going to tear the place apart.
Oh. Okay.
You know, I found the most strange note in the trash.
It's such a weird way to word that.
Are you picking up random trash?
Yeah, apparently.
What? No. I just happened to see the paper in a bag.
Okay, I'll bite. What's on the paper?
It looks like notes for chapters in a book. Very abbreviated.
Well, there are many books in the meeting room.
You're right. I might go and take another look.
Well, I think we have our destination to go. Wonder if I can pull up that note. Because I don't even remember what it says, but I can probably go find something like that in one of those books.
Julia, do you know of a therapist named Anne Ebisbaker?
Ebisbaker? Man, I never would have pronounced that correctly. Ebisbaker.
No, I'm sorry. She used to work here?
I believe so, yes.
In that case, I've no idea. As far as I understand, they're only hiring new people.
Only new people. Ebisbacher? In German? Wait, he said Ebisbaker, didn't he? Hold on. Did I hear that wrong?
This topic is giving me a headache.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, he won't say it again. Alright, whatever. Whatever. Letter opener. Can I guess just let's get out of here.
I'm done for now.
I'm done with you. Out of here. Sunglasses. Alright. Can I pull open that note? I cannot. Don't remember what the note said. Well, shit. Anyway, is there something in this menu? In the escape menu? Why does escape do nothing? There is no escape. There we go. Achievements, interviews? Or interviews? You can go back over the conversations you had. Don't close it. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Settings, credits, load, resume. I guess let's save. We haven't saved it ever. Alright. Let's look at this clock. An old but elegant grandfather clock, which unfortunately was no longer working. Yes. Alright, let's go try to look for those books. I'm pretty sure they were all down here, right? I think. We'll find them. Oh, no, that's the water closet. Shit. Well, someone may have taken a book in here while they used the facilities. But I don't think that's where we're going to find them. Maybe here? Yeah, tons of books in here. I think this is where I wanted to go. Okay. I think it was this, right? That sounds familiar. Well, wait. Maybe not? I mean, he's not letting me interact with it, so... Maybe we just can't. JK, welcome on in. Read your comment and I didn't say hi. Hope you're having a good day today. I don't know. Maybe none of these? Really wish I had that note I could look at again. Yeah, we already read that. We already looked at that. The archives. Records, notes, essays, and even newspapers, but nothing of importance. Lame. Alright, what other doctor's office did we go into? This one, I think, right? Did they have books? They did have some books. I would have loved to read some of those books, but time was pressing. Okay, there was nothing more interesting aspects of this office than dusty old books, as much as I enjoyed them. Well, shit. I don't know. I mean, she did kind of direct us to the archives. Maybe I just got to go back there and re-look at everything, but, it didn't really seem like there was anything to look at. Oh yeah, that just goes out there. Crap. I guess let's head back to those archives and see if there's anything in there. Archives. Well, let's go over here, I guess. Seem to be stuck. Yeah. The psycho sound reason. Murky, thank you. Appreciate that a lot. Maybe we can go back and find that in the other book room. Surely there would be more interesting things to investigate rather than the meaningless paperwork inside the safe. Nothing. Not even a few dollar bills. He's looking for about $3.50. Alright, let's see here. Let's see. Books. Apparently I double-clicked on a book. Alright. So, some reason. Yeah, nothing here that really says that, right? Maybe it's one of the chapters here. I'm gonna read all the chapters to myself. See if I find any. Sound reason. Nope. Perception. Nope. 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 Trying to find something. Oh, hey. Sound reason 102. Right there. Sound reasoning 102. The psycho sound reason. So 102. I'm gonna have to remember that, because that's probably what it is. I'm gonna check the other books though, just to make sure. Okay, no. Last book. Okay. So pretty sure it's 102, but here's the kicker. I don't know where we're supposed to use that number. I have no idea. I don't remember seeing a lock or anything. Well, at least they had fire extinguishers. That is, provided they were operational. 102. Is there room numbers? Here, I'm gonna go back over here and see if it lets me prompt 102. It didn't really acknowledge that at all in the game, so I get the feeling that's something we're just supposed to keep note of, but I'm still gonna check.
Hi, Julia. I forgot to ask you something.
One of these 6 books, right? Farming, welcome on in. Forgot to ask you something. I'm gonna go back to the note.
I have nothing else to say about this.
Fine by me. If that's all, I'll get back to work.
Yeah, I guess that's it.
That's all for now. I'll be back.
I'll be back. Alright, 102. Where can we enter 102? Clock, maybe? What kind of clock is that? Look at those numbers at the top. The hell's that about? There's no secret passage inside the clock. You don't know. You didn't look. Well, where can we use these numbers? It's likely broken down radio wouldn't even serve as a collector's item. Anything here? 102? Numbers? No. $102? Anything? 102? No. We'll find it. It's gotta be somewhere. Bums me out I don't remember seeing a place to enter numbers. I mean, I saw one thing that looked like you... Oh, shit. I mean to go through that. You might be able to enter numbers, but I don't remember being able to interact with it. I think it was in here. Statue is fairly heavy and somewhat tacky. Yeah, like there, it looks like you could enter numbers on the top there, right? I don't think we've been over here. The drawers seem to be jammed. Can I use the, letter opener? Seems sharp enough to cut through more than just paper. Yeah, trash bags too, apparently. Alright. Sophisticated choice for this room. What could it have meant to the owner? There's a clock. Can I interact with it? Can I set it to 102? Can I do anything in here? What was down in there? Oh yeah, right. We don't have any cassette tapes. I really hope that there are cassette tapes with like recordings of sessions. That would be pretty awesome. Get all session 9 up in this, right? Like, man, if you guys haven't seen session 9, you got to check it out. A lot of things in that movie were used in the various Silent Hill games. In particular, the wheelchair. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. Really good movie. We read this already. Read that already. Well, doesn't feel like this room, huh? I wonder what it was used for. What was used for? Oh, it was like a button or something there, huh? It's hard to make it out. I guess. Let's just leave. Let's just leave this room. Okay. Oh, hey, we walked right past this map. Shit, let's look at this. Can I zoom in more? Thank you. A laundry, rather large. The kitchen, but I hope they were planning on cooking any food here. Cafeteria, large cafeteria. This was the sprawling yard of the Institute. A library. I've always enjoyed reading a good book. There was a game room. Not much to say about that, huh? Okay. Okay, maybe the cells. Maybe we're looking for cell 102. I don't see a 102 over here. I see 101. Oh, there we go, 102. The low risk male wing. How the fuck do we get in there though for 102? Okay. About over here. To the second floor. There's also a 102 in the female wing, 102B. It's 102A and 102B. The female low-risk wing. Hey, a red dot. This is where we are. Okay. Okay. Size of the building had always felt intimidating, but looking at this map made me realize just how monstrously vast it was. It's huge. The place is gigantic. You think this will open for us now that we've looked around? No, it's sealed tight. Can I use the damn thing on it? Letter opener? No, he's just gonna keep saying the same thing. We looked at this, right, didn't it? It all seemed random notes, even silly jokes from the better days of the Institute had seen. Not the kind of information I was looking for. Yeah. Put that away. Put that away. I'm just looking for something to put a code or really anything right now. Why does he keep doing that? I don't remember touching that button. Okay. Yeah, that's back to the front desk. Yeah, the female wing is all fucked up over here. The doors seem to be locked from the other side. Right, right. And then we can look at this, but that's it. Doesn't let us do nothing else. Well, shit. Nothing. Yeah, I think I pressed that the last time I was here, too. Well, I've seen two 102s on the map, but we can't reach either of them. There doesn't seem to be anything anywhere else to go. Definitely a puzzle. Let's look at this map again for the speaker wiring. Okay. Feels like this might be important, I just don't understand what it wants. Yeah, I know, you keep saying the same thing. It's really easy to double click on stuff. No 102s here? No. A register of patients who has been former part of the Hanwell Mental Institution. Hate to leave, but time to head off to work. Hey, Faj, you have a good day at work. Thanks for hanging out. You take it easy. We've been in there a bunch. I mean, we might as well go again. Last time I was looking for the book, but I'll take a quick peek. What's this? Not an inviting sight. There was so much that still needed to be repaired in this building. Well, I didn't look at that before, but didn't really tell us much. Just looking at it made me feel sad. Hmm. With the free FPS of this game for a point and click, it's really easy to overlook stuff, right? Like in a normal point and click, if you're looking here, it's just one solid scene, and then you move your hand around that image, and it's really easy to tell what you're supposed to look at. But here, like, fuck, it could be anything. It's like a blessing and a curse for this kind of a game, but I like it. I just don't know where to go. Frankly. I'm gonna try to go upstairs again. She kicks us out, she kicks us out. It'd be funny if she ran up here. I told you not to go up here! Yeah, it won't open. Won't open. And then that's just a view. Yeah, I don't know. We have a number, but I don't have a place to enter the number. He didn't even acknowledge the number. I don't even know if that's the right number. The radiators weren't working, and it showed. The cold here was glacial. Poor Julia. Go back outside, I guess. The outside forest felt more menacing in the dark. I wasn't planning on spending too much time outside. Let's look at the place. Won't let us do anything out here, though, I think. We already went over there earlier. And he just comments about the trees, and then he's got his car. I can't set the radio station. If we exit the car and leave the radio on, will it die? She's probably like, why is he honking his horn? What's up with that guy? Alright. I don't know if there's anything else to say to her.
Hi, Julia.
Forgot to ask you something. Is there anything?
Look, I found this lying around.
That looks dangerous.
It's just a letter opener.
You've heard of tetanus, right?
Tetanus?
It can kill you.
Wait, isn't that like a very old disease?
Somewhat. It has been declining since the 40s, but not everyone has been vaccinated. Are you?
I can't remember.
Well, make sure you don't cut yourself with that thing.
Alright. Yeah, we've read everything. That was one thing we didn't do, was the letter opener, but we've now definitely said everything to her. There's nothing upstairs at the moment. It's all locked. We did kind of quickly pass through this room, so maybe there's something in here. What I assumed was an alarm button didn't work. It might have been used to alert security of any troublesome patients during visits. Oh yeah, them glasses. Yeah, nothing else to really comment on. No luck. Didn't seem to be electricity in this room. Read that twice. Well, shit. There's gotta be, like, we're obviously missing something, right? To progress. We're obviously missing something. Obviously. I can only think the archive rooms because she mentioned it, but we looked in here. I mean, unless it's really the speaker wiring. So there should be one right outside this door, if this is accurate, to my right. And also behind me. So let's see. Oops. Let's see if we can interact with any of them. A series of speakers were distributed along the corridor. This is the same thing. Same thing. We can't take any of the records, though there is a record player. We don't have any cassette tapes to use the tape player. Doesn't seem to be... Dr. Hawthorne's door is locked. No. I could have hurt myself? Well, just try to open it. I didn't need to cut that. Well, yeah, we do still have that letter opener. Can we cut something open? It's kind of interesting. Like, it obviously needs something because it shows a wrench there, right? Like, we need to get through here. We need an item. Maybe a key. Could just be a key. It says the same thing about these speakers. I didn't find a key anywhere. Yeah, we already read that. Yeah, this hallway seems very unnecessary to go down again, but I'm just trying to look for something. Yeah. Let's just look through, but we can't do anything with it. Can't even look through here. I wish I could use that letter opener on this, on something. Maybe there was more in the janitor's room where we found the note. Possibly. Oops. Alright, let's check it. Let's look again. Okay. Psycho sound reason. Good. Oops. I keep thinking I can hit escape to back out, and you can't. Maybe it's because it didn't acknowledge that we saw in the book. Like, I thought maybe it was like a passive thing, like, you know, we would see it and then like, oh, now we know, and we gotta go find it, depending on what the difficulty level of the puzzles are in this game. But maybe he actually was supposed to acknowledge that it was there. In the meeting room? We can go back. I don't know if I remember either. See, 102. Doesn't let me do anything though with it. Sound reasoning, 102. I mean, maybe that's, you know, not even it, but I don't see anything else. Alright, where was the meeting room? Let's go look at that map real quick, see if we can find it again. Okay. Oh, the meeting room. That's where we just were, was the meeting room. Okay, well, shit, right? We've been in the archives a bunch. There's a record player in there. There's a tape player in this doctor's office. Doesn't seem to be anything in the waiting room. Anything in the visiting room. The bathroom is disgusting. I just want to get to another part of this hospital, and I'm not seeing where to go. I keep hitting the wrong buttons. Meeting room. I don't think we looked at this. Archives, meeting, and visiting rooms, as well as the bathroom. It's so weird though, like, I mean, I could just be very wrong, right? Like, Maybe 102 isn't what it's supposed to be. But I don't see anything else. And I unfortunately just don't see a place to even enter 102. I haven't found a code thing or anything or a clock I could set or a lock or anything. Wonder if it's something weird. It's gotta be something weird, right? I really feel like it could be this clock, but... yeah, there's no secret passage. Yeah, we already read that. I'd be open to hear it. There's got to be something, right? And it's kind of weird we're as stuck as we are at the moment. Another trash can, unsurprisingly filled with garbage, too. So much trash. Alright, how do I get through that door? Why is it... Okay. The radiators weren't working, and it showed. Okay, we already read that, but at the other one, there was no point in rummaging through the trash cans. Why? You cut open bags. Okay, more art. Julia's desk was sufficiently tidy, at least when compared to its surroundings. The only thing you can think of is we found a note in the trash can, and we didn't see a schedule of where the janitor picked the trash up from, so maybe 102 is related to one of the rooms they got the trash from? Maybe. Let's go look at his schedule. I mean, that's a fair assumption for sure. Okay. So he's only got 2 checked, which means it was Hawthorne or Ebb. Since I will never remember how to pronounce their name. So it's got to be one of those two. We can't enter Hawthorne. It's locked as hell. It can only be the doctor, so maybe we missed something. Looking in Ebb. So let's go back into Ebb. And it kind of makes sense because I commented earlier about how it felt like there was a code on these, right? But it won't let me do anything with it. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, this free form in this point and click is gonna be the death of me. Oh my god, I'm so salty. I came in here like twice trying to do this. Oh man. Alright. Alright. We unlocked something. Wonder which one. Hey, there's a cassette tape. Hey, the code isn't there anymore. That's kind of funny. Dude, that's so irritating though, because I literally came in here looking and I'm just like, I can't interact with it. I can't interact with it. I looked at this. I was like, yeah, there's just the things, but I didn't go up high enough for it to do that. I gotta be really careful with this. This point and click style. Alright, well, here we go. Let's go listen to the tape. Why can't I click over there? There we go. And then we gotta sit down. And we open the drawer. Wasn't much I could do with this device unless you do have a cassette tape. Oh, I can use the mouse wheel. I was like, he's really wanting to stab that cassette player.
Earlier this morning I used foul language in reprimanding a clumsy nurse who forgot to lock the door to the female wing. Truly offensive, dirty words. I don't recall ever doing that before. I've clearly been under a lot of stress lately. My worst fear is becoming another Alice, so I need to remain level-headed and focused. It's this place. There's a general feeling of unease in the Institute, and those unsettling rumors don't help. But the main reason for my jumpy state has to be the baffling regression in Group E. It's disconcerting and worrying. I'm giving Alice too many reasons to use shock treatment on these patients and take all of us decades back in time. Alice Hawthorne, the backwards time traveler, that fucking bastard. Ah, there you go. I did it again. Of all the cases, Rebecca is obviously the most puzzling one. She's having nightmares about her attackers again, after a month of not uttering a word about the incident. And she's also becoming increasingly violent. I fear she will seriously harm herself. Yesterday, Alice found her viciously scratching her stomach. So much she left flesh wounds. She should be giving birth sometime in July. That's 3 weeks from now. Certainly this fact could be the explanation for her regression, if it wasn't for the rest of them.
Alright. Well, we listened to that. I guess we just go talk to the front desk person now, huh? Because it didn't really give us anything else to do. I mean, we can check that drawer again before we leave. Make sure there's nothing else. No, there's nothing else. Ooh, 9 p.m. Alright. Alright.
Julia, it's Bruno. Our adorable high-risk patient has escaped again. No idea how he does that. Please call someone. I need assistance immediately. I'm outside the cafeteria.
Wait, so this place really is in use? Why would they keep anybody here? Like, it doesn't even look like there's doctors or anything. Where the fuck is the cafeteria? I think I know where it is. Okay, yeah, I did.
Hold on.
Hey, new guy.
Who the hell are you?
Oh, I gotta click.
I'm just looking around.
You what? Does this look like a shopping mall to you?
Yes.
I spoke with Julia and she gave me permission. You don't need to worry about me.
This place. It's unbelievable. Am I the only one taking my job seriously?
Well,
Look, it doesn't matter. I have enough on my plate with this patient on the loose. Just be on your way.
Patient on the loose?
Patient on the loose.
Yeah, I managed to lock him inside the cafeteria. See for yourself.
Who? Huh. Oh, shit. Yeah?
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
That guy seems dangerous.
Dangerous? He's a flaming demon. He's tearing down the whole place. At this rate, there won't be a cafeteria in the morning.
A demon.
You do seem busy, but can I ask some questions anyway?
Gotta get a cold
whatever.
blanket.
The name's Bruno.
Oh man, it's time for 20 questions with Bruno.
Do you know where the therapy room is?
Yes. It's on the other side of this floor.
Great, and how can I get there?
You can't with Samson back here trashing the whole cafeteria. It's the only way to reach the back corridor of this floor.
You mean the cafeteria is the only way to the therapy room?
Yeah, well, the library also connects both sides of the building, but the last time I checked, it was locked.
Well, do you have a key?
Does the term Group E ring a bell, Bruno?
Nah, is that a therapy group?
I believe so, yes. I'm trying to find more information about it.
The archive documents in this place are a complete mess, so good luck with that.
Good luck with that. Thanks.
But why is that? Why is everything here in such a state of disarray?
I don't know much about it, except that it was well before my time here. That's past history now.
Hey, Remus, how you doing? Lochner, how you doing? Cephalopod, I don't know if I properly said hi. I hope you all are having a great day. How's the game? It's good. It's interesting. Like, I've really enjoyed the, I'll say, modified point-and-click experience it's giving. You can freely look around. It really opens it up to where things are being hidden. The first real big puzzle of the game definitely opened my eyes to how careful I gotta be when I look at stuff because of the FPS element, but it seems good. Like, it's interesting. There's a lot of backstory in this. A lot of interesting reads. Dialogue. I don't know about this particular dialogue with this guy, but some of the other dialogue was interesting. I'm liking it so far. A lot of Outlast vibes going on. Kinda, right? It's kind of like maybe Outlast before everything went to hell.
You mentioned something about past history with the Institute.
Ugly business. I don't like gossip, especially when my job is involved. This is all I know. It was mostly a conflict between the staff and directors.
Conflict? Over what?
Disagreements about the handling of patients. Apparently there were oversights. Quite a few of them. I don't know much more other than what the newspapers said. You know. Rumors.
Rumors.
So, a madman on the loose.
You are wearing a very well-tailored person suit.
Oh my god. Ratmus. Coming on
A
in.
very well-tailored suit, indeed.
Coming on in with 17 months. Into the suit. Ratmus, thank you so much for the 17-month resub. I really appreciate that. Let me go ahead and get that point added here to the counter. Get that adjusted. There we go. All right. Thank you very much. Get some hearts in chat, please, for Ratmus and that resub. And you used your Prime. You get one Prime gift sub, and you used it here. I appreciate that. Oh, man. All right, wait. Where was I? Oh, here we go.
Yes, we're having a bit of trouble with this especially rowdy patient. It's the second time today that he's escaped.
The second
In my
time.
defense, the high-risk section needs a lot of maintenance. Low risk is in somewhat better shape, sans the atmosphere of impending doom. But high risk needs some intensive work, pronto.
That doesn't inspire much confidence, though.
Welcome to my world. Be thankful there's only one high-risk patient admitted at the moment.
Yikes.
Yikes. All right. Bruno.
Tell me about you, Bruno.
I'm just what you see. Nothing more.
Guy in a hat. Nothing more about this. He doesn't eat. He doesn't like anything. He just wears that hat.
I see a troubled man in front of me with an attitude problem.
Ha ha, so funny. Let me know how you feel after you spend a few more hours in this place.
Well, I
All
guess
right.
that's it.
I'll be going.
Hey, wait. You seem like a decent sport. Or
We just insulted
at least
him.
a harmless one. I have a favor to ask of you.
Great.
Sure.
Can you go fetch my baton? I left it in my office when I went running to pursue our friend the Tasmanian Devil here.
Okay, I guess. Where is that?
You need to go all the way through the infirmary, then down the stairway. My office is in a lower corridor they used to call the Tunnel of the Damned.
Okay.
Good grief.
Nah.
What is this guy, Charlie
the name
Brown?
is more intimidating than it sounds. Just please go, ASAP. I need that baton to deal with the ongoing crisis.
Sounds good. I'll be on my way.
Yeah, what's with this Charlie Brown dialogue? Good grief. Yikes. Alright, well, we can now go in here. So this is cool. Even when it was clean and orderly so many years ago, the infirmary had been a cozy place. The malfunctioning fluorescent lights hurt my eyes as I made my way. I think that's what it said. It went pretty quick. Okay. The photo depicted a group of patients talking amongst themselves. A therapy session? Guess we could only look at that photo. Alright. Hear that music trying to make it sound like something bad's gonna happen in here. It looked like kind of organ, no idea which one. Wait, what? Classic symphonies. No record in there. It's just a jar that its contents gave me goosebumps. Just some random organs sitting there. How is this place functional? None of this makes sense. You could have put the best match. Dude, come on. There was nothing remarkable about the iron bed. Jeez. Actual records. I think we actually took some records, finally. Yeah, look at that photo. The radiators weren't working, and it showed. The infirmary felt like the Arctic. I wonder if we play one of those records, if that dude would calm down. This blocked the stairway, likely led to the basement and second floor. Apparently some patients had already been transferred, even before the reopening. Yikes. Well, where's the doctor? That dude needs some medicine. He shouldn't be banging his head like that. Yikes. Yikes indeed. Why is there a teddy bear in the toilet? Ugh. I guess somebody didn't like his teddy bear. Somehow I could relate to the situation, rejected and discarded by society. Why does it look like there's blood on that? What the fuck was that? Someone closed the door on us. Oh shit. Fuck. Give him the teddy. It's wet and filthy. Was Robin locked up in this institute? I don't know what we're supposed to do with this. Well, let me click on anything. There's blood all in the sink. Valkyrie, welcome on in. How's your day going? There's no way this place would be in business. Like, what the fuck's going on in this place? The condition of these patients, it was heartbreaking. The cell wouldn't open. Oh man, come on. Yikes. Was that the so-called Tunnel of the Damned? Upon entering this corridor, I could see why it'd been nicknamed Tunnel of the Damned. I didn't recall ever being down there, and I was thankful for that. So, I guess this is even worse. On further thought, it was a release that at least something in this place actually worked properly and the cells were locked. Alright, we got his baton. Alright. October 14th noon, music again. That blasted tune echoing in the corridor gets on my nerves, as if all the bizarre noises in this horrible place weren't enough. But it's the only way to keep him calm. I'll take this creepy children's nursery music over his manacle pounding any day. Good thing I brought my own food. They said provisions would be available for us during this phase, but I swear they're trying to poison us. I'd pick one of the abominations from those jars in the museum over the canned stuff they sent us. Or maybe not. I'm bored. I don't know who's supervising this construction work, but there's no way this place will be in safe condition to bring in more patients anytime soon. Certainly not tonight. If you ask me, and no one will. I'm a nobody. This whole thing is way too rushed. You don't need to bring in dangerous psychopath to test the security of the facility. Just be here for 5 minutes will tell you all you need to know. I'm beginning to regret signing up for this. There's a foul stench coming from that massive metal door at the end of the corridor. I think it leads to the strange room in the basement. I can only imagine the source of that smell. Can't seem to open the door, though it won't budge. I think it's mechanical, and that electrical sound behind it doesn't inspire confidence either. Evening, somewhat. That's it. I'm taking that cursed music box away. I can't stand it anymore. I don't care how much he enjoys music. Eventually he'll bang his own brains into oblivion. Gonna be organized, for whatever it's worth, and note accurate times for my next entries. 6 p.m. The lighting in this godforsaken place is failing and giving me a headache with all the constant flickering. It's worse than the horrible smell at the end of the corridor, but at least the smell doesn't hurt. Hope the construction workers arrive on time. 7 p.m. Stupid me. Couldn't help myself and tried opening the door. Zap! Electric shock. Way to go, genius! I should trust my instincts next time. With all of this stinking humidity down here, I can only assume that the moisture caused the wiring malfunction. One thing's for sure, I'm not going anywhere beyond this corridor. 8 p.m. 2 keys seem to be missing. One for the locked office of a certain Hawthorne. The other is for the office of a previous director of the Institute, Hanwell himself. That Dr. Miller guy asked me about those keys again. Sure, Highness Dr. Miller, let me spend the whole night searching for those keys for you. I'm not your damned assistant, although the patient roaming the building, Leo, is it? There's something odd about him. I don't trust that guy. Should have a word with him when I get the chance. Alright. Bruno's desk was quite a mess. There were some random notes hanging on the corkboard, old forgotten memories, and not readable anyway. No doubt the noise of the alarm would disturb the dangerous patients even more. I wondered what the story was behind the quaint music box. Alright. Oh. The drawer was filled with old and useless papers. The drawer seemed like it was about to fall apart with all the paperwork in it. Oh shit. Sorry about that. I assumed a set of keys would be useful and grabbed them on an impulse. There was a fancy music box inside the cabinet. Yeah, open it. Guess we can't. No, stop looking at things. Bruno's cabinet was tightly shut. Won't let me do anything with it. Sounds like we're gonna need that music box eventually, though. Well, let's continue down the corridor, huh? A metallic sound resonated throughout the menacing tunnel of the damned, yet the door wouldn't open. The cell seemed to be abandoned. I think we should take it. Maybe we can give it to that guy. Or not, I guess. Wait, was there anything on the back? Top, bottom, sides. Nothing. Okay. Odd scribblings adorn the wall. I wonder how on earth he could draw any of that. Alright. Well, it won't let me go past this door. Kind of a weird way to stop you, but I guess that's it for now. Yeah, I would not work in this place. Like, this is like the most unsafe work conditions ever. Like, the patients aren't locked up too well. They seem to not be cared for at all. Just replays that. Yeah, like, I mean, come on. Oh shit, that guy's not there anymore. Let's get out of here. Let's go give that guy his baton. We already looked at that. We have those records now too, though. Here, dude, I got your damn baton. What the fuck is going on in this place?
Well, you brought my baton.
Yeah?
Someone who's actually helpful in this godforsaken chunk of concrete.
Don't mention it. It was easy to find with your directions.
Alright, I guess we'll go over this.
Want to hear this selection, Bruno?
Not interested.
Do you like classical music, Bruno?
I don't like music.
He doesn't like
Period.
music? What the fuck?
There were records lying around in the infirmary. Do you recognize them?
No, there's random junk scattered everywhere. They need to clean up this damn place.
About these keys.
Hold on. What the hell are you doing with that?
I thought...
Give that back right now.
I want the keys.
See you later, Bruno.
You think we still have the keys? No, he took our keys. I shouldn't have said anything about it. Shit. You think he's still in there jumping around? I don't see him. Oh? What's up, dude? Alright then. I wonder if we went back down if his keys would be back there. Because I kind of wanted to keep his keys.
Hello again.
Don't see anything else.
I'll be going.
Let's go check. Let's go see if his keys spawned back downstairs. We really shouldn't have mentioned that. I wish I would have not brought that up. trying to get there quick. Speed running the keys. Please be keys. Please have the keys back. Oh, fuck, he has the keys. Shit. Alright. Is what it is. Hey, we didn't look over here. There was old equipment scattered around, damaged and without any apparent use. Alright. Yeah, the sounds of those people as we're walking by is crazy. I don't even know why they would just have jars with organs in them. Like, what is that about? You know, with the records out and all of that, I really wonder if we're gonna have to find the covers again and match up certain songs we gotta play. I'm gonna go play a song. From the archives, alright. Classic symphonies, sure. Let's see. Oh, shit. It went away so quick. I think it's playing, but it's hard to tell. Yeah, it's playing. Maybe it's louder out there. You can hear it better, but it sounds like crap through these speakers. I'm kind of convinced that I'm gonna have to play something to calm him down. Is he gonna say anything about the music? Because he doesn't listen to music, remember? He hates music. Green record, nothing.
See you later, Bruno.
I wonder if that'll, uncross itself out if I pick that back up, or if I even can. Look, you can clearly move it around too on the record for the different pieces. Different tracks. I don't know. I'm gonna go talk to the receptionist. See if she has any information on this dude. She might be like, oh, he loves this music. Oh shit, she's gone. Hey, but we can get behind her desk. Several scribbled notes were scattered on the desk. They were mostly uninteresting doodles that Julia had probably drawn while bored. Alright, stop. That's so easy to misclick. Register of visitors. It's a lot of people. Look, single name, Xanderant. Okay, nothing interesting, I guess. An elegant typewriter was sitting on Julia's desk. Alright. Just like the rest of the Institute, the phone, a bit stylish, was old and dusty. Better call Jerry. Jerry? I don't know what that means. Better call Jerry? Seemed like Julia had a lot of paperwork to do. I wonder if the phone was still working. In any case, I had no one to call. But you just said you better call Jerry. Jerry Springer? Well... It might be. It's got to be a reference to something, obviously. Well, we only have a couple things. We have records. Which we haven't played all the records yet, but I feel like there's more to that than just randomly playing records. What other records do we have? Let me look at the items. There's one symphonies. The label on this vinyl read relaxing classical music. An old vinyl classical gold. So it's all classical. Which would be fitting. It did make a comment earlier about the alarm. And I did turn it off. What if I left the alarm on? Oh, shit. Maybe it was the song I changed it to. That's exactly what I was thinking was going to happen, too. We would play a song, and it would relax him or put him in a mood, and he'd be able to get out of there. I kind of just stumbled across it, though. We have a new place to go to. 10 p.m. As I look at the clock right now, and it says 10 a.m. I'm in the game. I remembered how busy this place was back in the day. Patients gobbled their stew or rubbing it on their faces. I could almost hear the sound of text disappearing in front of me before I could read it. Alright. Another speaker. Despite its age, it was functional, as I had confirmed myself. Yeah, it is. Sounds like crap, though. The remains of an old, unidentifiable meal. Tasty. What's this? Oh. Here we go. Adhering to the Kirkbride principle for most of its existence, the Hanwell Mental Institute adhered to the Kirkbride plan, with 2 long wings extending to the west and the east for male and female patients respectively. The Kirkbride plan was building as cure model for mental hospitals, focusing on healing mental illness through layout design and a strategic staffing hierarchy. Similar institute built using this plan exhibited varied architectural styles, but the majority adopted this familiar bat-wing arrangement. This consisted of sections of rooms batching off from the central structure, allowing each area of the building to benefit from the exposure to natural light and proper air circulation. Before the Kirkbride plan, the mentally ill were kept in regular houses or prisons. Scroll that. Without appropriate facilities or were concealed in public buildings. Thomas Story Kirkbride, the psychiatrist who designed the Kirkbride plan, believed the layout of the mental hospital building was of prime relevance to the patient's treatment. Various patient distribution criteria was applied with each establishment, such as the separation of high-risk patients from low-risk ones. Kirkbride emphasized to the psychiatric professionals the importance of keeping patients busy with tasks, since it benefited their mental health and also helped with the maintenance of the grand buildings. It sounds pretty legit, honestly. Like a good idea, I mean. It all makes sense. This door seemed to be stuck, but almost gave way. Keep at it. There you go. I just have such a hard time thinking that anybody would open a mental institution and put people in it in this condition. Like, this is shit. Like, no one's gonna get better in this. Like, It looks awful. What was that? Did you hear that? Where'd that come from? I don't see anyone. Uh-oh. Cinematic.
Oh,
What's up? What is he carrying? Oh.
hi. My name is Lenny.
What's up, Lenny?
Hello, Lenny. I didn't expect to find someone like you walking around.
Someone like you. You couldn't just say patient. Someone like you. It's, doesn't sound that nice.
Oh, but you don't have to worry about me. I behave well. They allow me to walk alone and help.
Like a Green Day song. He walks alone.
Well, that's a relief then. I'm pleased to meet you, Lenny.
Now it's my turn to clean this corridor. Why are you here?
You gotta clean this corridor? Shit, dude.
It's difficult to explain, Lenny. Some time ago, I was like you. I was being treated in this institute. But something happened. A terrible circumstance that I can't remember, and the truth is, I'm not feeling well, and I don't want to be treated again.
He's not feeling well. He doesn't want to be treated again, but he went back to the mental institution.
Yes.
Yes.
I know. It happened to me, too.
What? You too? But then...
I was here at that time when something happened.
Lenny, we need to talk more.
All right, Lenny.
So, what about you, Lenny?
What about you?
Do you roam the corridors all the time?
Oh, not quite. I'm assisting with the renovation of the building, cleaning as many areas as I can.
That's a huge fucking job, Lenny.
You seem to know your way around. What can you tell me about the Institute?
I don't know. It's nice. I like it in here. Feels like home.
It's nice and feels like home? Dude.
How long have you been here?
Oh, long time. Years, as far as I can recall.
Years?
They took me away all of a sudden, but I kept asking about Hanwell, and one day they brought me back.
But don't you want to leave and go outside, see the world?
Not really.
Not really.
Maybe I did want to leave a long time ago, but I've forgotten why. There's nothing out there for me.
Wow. Don't really know what else to talk to him about.
About me.
Are you feeling bad?
That's one way to put it. My memories feel like they're broken. I've been here, that's one certainty, but some grisly event left my mind crippled.
See, it looks like I've made a mistake. When we were talking with the security guard, I only read the portions from the notebook that were blinking red, because I thought that's what we were supposed to ask him, which I think ultimately ended up working, but it looks like we can ask him any of the stuff that we've previously had in the notebook, so there's a lot of dialogue potential. Just trying to figure out what exactly we need to ask him or talk about.
I feel the same. My memories of that time are fuzzy. I liked being here. This place always made me feel comfortable until the event.
The event? What is the event?
What did they do to us, Lenny?
Yeah, what is Group E?
I'm looking for details about a particular therapy group.
Therapy?
My suspicion is that patients who participated in a series of therapy sessions were somehow connected to the circumstances that led to the closure of the Institute. Does this sound familiar to you?
Therapy groups. Yes. I remember them. I had many friends back then.
You do remember?
I remember the sessions. We were all there. They called us Team E.
Team E, okay.
Hold on. Did you mean Group E?
Yes, that's it.
He was a groupie.
But wait, you were saying that you were in Group E during the sessions?
Yes. I remember the letter E very well when they called us. And, Dr. Anne.
This is extraordinary, Lenny. Now we need to understand who else belonged in Group E.
Hey, he gave us a new option here. Nice. I guess I asked the right question.
About the patients in Group E.
Nice.
You said you were there.
He was there.
Yes, there were a few of us. Dr. Anne spoke often and encouraged everyone to speak too. At first it was nice. We enjoyed sitting next to each other. I think I remember you.
What?
It was a happy time, but then came the pain.
The pain?
What are you talking about, Lenny?
I'm not sure, but it all started down below. I don't want to think about it.
Down below?
Down below? What do you mean?
Yes. We were all happy until they took us to the floor beneath.
I assume you mean the basement. What happened there?
I don't want to talk about it. I want to forget. No more pain.
Please, Lenny. I really need to know what happened. It will help both of us.
That's where it all started. Down below. You should go and see for yourself.
Down below. Alright, tasks. Explore the basement area.
Lenny, I need to learn more. What's in the basement?
I don't like to remember that place.
He's agitating him.
Something happened down there.
What am I supposed to do?
Just look in the rooms. You'll understand. And be careful.
Alright, so to the basement we go.
Well, Lenny, it was nice talking to you. I'll be on my way.
Wait, you said you wanted to know what happened?
Yeah.
That's right. I came here looking for answers.
Oh, I don't like these memories, but it all started down below.
Down below?
Yes. I've been trying to forget, but if you want answers, you should go there.
It's kind of weird. It repeated the dialogue again. Alright, so he's blocking the hallway, so we can't go further down. Should probably look in here real quick. Cart full of rubbish. Poor Lenny was going to have a lot of work cleaning up this place. I didn't want to touch Lenny's cart. He seemed to be quite protective of his cleaning tools. Oh, hey, there's a way to the basement, I guess, right here. Kind of thought it would be the other way, but I guess not. What's this? All of the things that could prove useful inside this place. Paint wasn't one of them. Sure. I guess. Puppy monkey baby. Well, okay then. What's this? A pile of broken wheelchairs as random rubbish decorated the bottom of the staircase. Sure. Oh, well, Oh, okay. I looked over here, I was like, oh, it's just a closet, and then bam! Stuff. Alright. Plint? Alright, I guess. It's kind of weird. Alright, what else is down here? What's in here? The clothes had been hanging in a dark, damp place for a long time, and thus were covered in mold. I prefer to keep my clothes, which didn't have bugs in them. Yeah, that's probably for the best. I didn't want to go through the boxes, which seemed empty and were likely crawling with bugs. You don't know. What the fuck? A disgusting carcass of a dead cat was a perfect fit for the gloomy ambience of the basement. Just a mummified cat. What the hell? Not even moths cared about those filthy rags. What's this? Maybe some time ago a patient used to wear them, but at present they wouldn't serve as even dish rags. Oh, that is not good. Really dark. Fuck, we're gonna need like a flashlight or something. The hell is that? There was some kind of grating on a trap door on the concrete floor. The padlock was rusted. I wouldn't be able to unlock it even with a key. The burning fire in the boiler bathed the room in a sinister glow. While the flames kept the environment cozy and warm, I wasn't keen on staying there for too long. The pipes in this room were covered with rust. I wondered if those worn-out pipes were just decoration at this point. Maybe. We already read that. Oh, hey, look at this. Someone tried to burn something. For the time being, we've been able to proceed without raising much suspicion, but that won't last long. Yesterday, the absence from the yard were noticed. The nurse and Alice inquired about the missing patients. Sidestepping Ebb and addressing me directly like the means the nurses are far more concerned than I imagined. As for Ebb, I overheard her wondering aloud why her patients were covered in dirt if they hadn't been in the yard. Scroll this a bit here. It's a relief that Walter gave into the idea of renovating our building, but he's growing too old-fashioned and stubborn. No doubt the failure of his invention hit him hard. He used to be keener on the progress and swift adoption of new and modern technologies, but something deep inside him had changed. Now he's stuck in the past and has grown too attached to this building. His grandiose creation, which inevitably has to change no matter what he wanted for too long, and we need money. It always comes down to money. Until we're able to secure adequate funding, we have no choice but to resort to cheap labor. Being located in the countryside has its share of benefits, but procuring the manpower needed to remodel this place has proven to be quite a bit more challenging than expected. As always, subject to the brutal reality of cost, at first Walter insisted we select one patient from each group to minimize the risk of calling attention to their absence. But I argued that it was preferable to choose the entire close-knit group to avoid spreading unnecessary chatter that we couldn't control. Of course, in the end, they were all lunatics. Their word carries no weight compared to ours, but it's still desirable to keep gossip to a minimum. If one small group of the mentally unstable people insists on discussing things the greater population knows nothing about, we could always contend that this isolated group is experiencing a collective hallucination. It's almost midnight, and my turn to supervise the work. One of the patients mentioned an odd smell emanating from the newly opened tunnel. They always imagine the strangest things, but I think I heard that sort of hissing sound that puzzled me. This seems worth investigating. Can't believe it. As I approached the opening, there was a hint of haze or condensation in the air, and it smelled very unusual indeed. I can't describe it, but it felt old. Some kind of ancient, highly concentrated earthly smell. Curious about this, I instructed the patient, Leonard I believe, to strike that one wall. More time. I had to insist twice. His tool wedged open the crevice which released a formidable stream of fumes. It's hard to convey on paper, but there was a change in the air pressure, and the foul odor infested throughout the tunnel. The patients are too nervous. I must seek Walter. Interesting. The right boiler wasn't working. Fortunately, the other one provided enough light to search the place. Well, enough light to search that room, but I don't think we can go that way. I think he's going to say something about it. I couldn't see a thing down the corridor and needed to get some light source to proceed. Yeah. We're going to need a candle or a flashlight or something. Well, that's kind of a bummer. We got to find something. Well, maybe we can get some more info out of Lenny, huh? Hey, Lenny. I read some stuff.
Lenny, do you have a moment?
Yes?
Oh, there's no new topics, really? I just read a bunch of crazy shit.
I should be on my way, Lenny.
All
Stay
right.
safe.
He's like, why'd you want to talk to me then? No way to go in. It was better to move on. Alright, we gotta try to find like a flashlight or something. Maybe the receptionist is back at the desk and perhaps she has something. Making sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. Alright, she does appear to be back at the desk. There we go. Alright.
Oh, one more thing.
One
Julie.
more thing. Every time we talk to her, it's just one more thing. No way to really just be like, do you have a flashlight?
So, there's a therapy group simply named E, and I'm interested in finding out more about the patients in that group.
We're talking about the past here, correct?
Right
Yeah.
before the reopening.
Well, that's a complicated one. There are few records left about how things were organized back then. What is your interest in this Group E?
Groupie.
I believe that I'm acquainted with those patients, but I'm not sure how many were in the group.
Your best bet is to seek out the individual reports for those people. Each patient used to have a printed sheet with their medical history, the room they were housed in, and whether they participated in any therapy sessions.
Okay.
I see. Well, that's helpful enough, Julia. Thank you.
But we weren't told where it is. I guess we could ask about Lenny.
Do you know Lenny?
It's funny you call him Lenny like you were friends. Yes, I know Leonard. He's been around in the Institute for a long time.
It seems like he's taking care of janitorial services.
Oh yes, I understand it's a kind of treatment of, positive reinforcement. That's it.
Sure. I don't know how it could be that positive. The place is a dump. They're like, clean everything.
Leonard is the... What's an appropriate word for this? The most normal of the patients we have readmitted so far?
Yes, he seems quite nice.
Alright. Alright.
I have nothing else to say about this.
Oh.
Fine by me.
That's all for now.
Alright.
I'll be back.
Shit. Alright, maybe we can go back down the other wing and find that security guard, because he would have to have a flashlight, right? You would think. I'm gonna go scope that out. Let's go see. See if this dude's got something. Mustache. Meta, welcome on in. You know, I'm honestly not sure, but I don't think so. Telltale games are more shell-shaded with a lot of their stuff. This feels, more traditionally rendered. I hope he's in his office. If he's not there, I don't know where he would be. But welcome on in. I hope your day's going well. It wouldn't have been polite to enter Bruno's office while he was inside. Hey, that door's closed now. Nice. Hey, you got a flashlight?
Hello again. What can you tell me about Lenny?
Lenny.
Who?
The patient who was cleaning the corridors.
Oh, Leo.
Leo?
I think it's Leonard, but yes, that guy.
I don't appreciate him wandering around like that. But I guess he's okay. Doesn't look like he could do much harm to anyone. But I'll tell you this. I saw him a number of times getting too close to places he shouldn't be. Once I saw him entering and leaving one of the high-ranking offices.
Now that's strange.
You bet. There's likely confidential information in there.
Likely. Don't have anything to do to ask him for a flashlight.
Is there anything you can tell me about the basement?
I don't know, man. It's a basement. It hasn't been used in ages.
It's a
And
basement.
there's a foul stench coming from down there.
Interesting.
You find that interesting?
Yes.
Clearly you have unusual interests.
I'll be going.
He smells his trash. Interesting. The door wouldn't open. Oh.
Stop that. Don't make me come out of my office.
What's he doing? Shaking something. No one seemed to be inside. My heart stopped for a second as I moved to open the door, but luckily it didn't budge. Locked. Okay. Cell door was tightly shut. The window was broken, and a thick veil of darkness hung over the cell, probably abandoned. The cell was either locked or jammed. Most of the cells in the tunnel of the dam seemed to be abandoned, and the doors wouldn't open. Firmly locked, which didn't surprise me. And I didn't want to waste my time with this door. He doesn't even comment on this door. Okay. So it's clearly locked. Oops, I didn't mean to click on him again.
Hey, Bruno. See you later, Bruno.
He'd be like, oh, okay. Okay. So we were able to complete a little exploring. What's that on the floor? The hell? Oh. Let's move along. What's going on in this room? Wonder what happened to that dude. Cell was locked, which I guess was a good thing. Sure. Guy's still there. Yeah, nothing. Bunch of nothing. Bunch of nothing. How I wish the radiators were turned on, but I'd lost hope by then. Okay. So let's think. We still have the letter opener, which we haven't been able to use on something. The female wing, as far as I know, is still locked. We should go check that out, though. The cafeteria is open, but there doesn't appear to be a single thing in there worth looking at, which is crazy because the room is so big. That's on from the other side, so we can't do that. Hawthorne's room is still locked, right? Yeah. And we can't try to do that. I don't think we can check anything upstairs just yet. Trying to think where we could go right now. I don't know where there's a flashlight. I really do wish I knew where a flashlight or a candle or something was. We already read that. Let's see. Let's go back into here. I figured it was nothing of interest beneath the blanket, and I didn't want to touch it anyway. Could be. I mean, what? Be something cool under there. Just double checking. You never know. We already looked at that. Lenny is still there, just sweeping away. Maybe we missed something here. You never know. There's so much stuff to look at. Really easy to overlook something. I don't know what the point of this is. Like, why is it even something to look at? That poor cat. Yeah, shit, right? I don't think it lets us do anything now. We can't really interact with that. No, no dice. We read the letter. Yeah, we don't want to open that. Yeah, we already read that. There's already that, which we read. Commented on these pipes. Yeah, nothing there. Nothing there. Yeah, and then the only other thing is... Oh, hey! Wow. Man, you really gotta scan this area. Interesting. Either emergency or power, but not both. Alright, did that light up the corridor? It did! Fuck yeah, let's go. Oh man, that's even a deeper basement. It was hopeless. The door was firmly shut in place. Not this door, huh? Great. We picked something up. What the hell was that? Wire cutter. Okay. Not sure what we're going to do with the wire cutter just yet. It was impossible to see anything in the room. I had to find a way to restore the lights. Another down room. Years of rust and neglect had sealed this door. Ah, look at this. They just threw everything against the walls in here. Oh, this door is ominous as fuck. I figured the door would lead back to the high-risk area, but that shorted electrical lock prevented it from opening. Yeah, so that's probably the other door from where the guard is, and it probably just loops around right there, so we don't got to worry about that too much. I'm more interested in, one, what the emergency power switch actually does, and what's down there. It's hopeless. The door was firmly shut in place. Fuck. Alright. What about this one? The gate was locked. Echoes of distant flowing water came from downstairs. I'm dying to go down there. Ooh, I passed it, didn't I? Yeah. The emergency lights. It's red. You think the red's gonna show anything different? No, not really, but it looks crazier. Maybe the emergency... I mean, that'd be kind of weird if it did, but cut the power to that door. No, you can still see it sparking. Yeah, I don't know which lights to leave on, but we left one on for emergency, and it did kind of light the place with this nice creepy red glow. Maybe I should have left the regular power on, I don't know. There's Lenny. Let's ask him about the basement power.
Lenny, do you have a
Yes?
Lenny has moments.
I'm having issues fixing the lights in the basement.
Yes. Everything is old and dusty down there.
Can you do anything to help me?
No. Maybe try using a
No.
different light in there? Maybe there's something you missed.
That's actually a good idea, Lenny. Thank you. See you around, Lenny.
Yeah, he's literally saying what I said a minute ago. Maybe we would see something different in the other light. And that's the game giving us a hint that yes, dude, go look in the other light. Because we clearly missed something. We did get wire cutters though, so that's new. I already read that. Yeah, the light doesn't well, I mean, that was just shining on bolt or the wire cutters anyway. Okay. Just looking around, looking around. I don't see anything different. Whew. Yikes. Poor guy. That didn't deserve my attention. That's interesting, right? To say that wire cutters put those together. Like, you wouldn't need wire cutters to do that. They were already frayed and could have done that without wire cutters, but sure, why not? At least we know it was tripping the power. It was not the most professional electrical job, but it would hold. Oh, is that no longer sparking? Yeah, we're clearly at the end. I wonder if we'll be able to turn both on. I mean, it's probably a one or the other kind of a thing, but I saw that on the floor. I thought it was that dude in here again. Looks brighter. It's not flickering because he did the electrical work. This is good. Alright, I think we should be able to see in here now. Tools and machinery lay scattered across the construction area, seemingly abandoned in chaos. The walls were cracked, peeling under the weight of the years, and the metallic scent of rust mixed with earthly smell, and the text disappearing. Okay. Interesting. For the first time, I felt like there was a clear purpose or meaning behind my vision. My mind was trying to unearth an important memory. What were a group of patients doing in the basement? What were we forced to do here? An opening in the construction area was boarded up. There was no way I could remove any of these boards with my bare hands. He has bare hands. Alright. Anything here? A cart which had seen better days was in the corner of the construction area. There was not much that could be done with this cart. Okay. Cool story. Have we looked at this over here? Yeah, that's the pickaxe. Okay. Alright. Here we go. 7. Moved the unit system. Over time, mental hospitals building the Kirkbride system began to present numerous maintenance and operational problems. Fault in the design led to unforeseen practical difficulties, and their rigid layouts prohibited efficient expansion. The Kirkbride plan soon became a significant problem in mental health. Since many mental hospitals are state-funded, a combination of budget cuts and high maintenance expenses spelled doom for the principles of the Kirkbride plan. Personal wages, medications, medical supply, medical appliances, coal for the boilers, electrical maintenance, and sewage services represented but a small fraction of the cost keeping such a large establishment operating. With the general high levels of stress and economic issues also impacting the public in modern society, experts warned of a surge in mental health disorders and increased the need for specialized treatment centers. Thus, the demand for mental hospitals kept growing, even as institutions adhering to the Kirkbride plan afforded only slow and costly construction. Concerns intensified as the field began... Wait, let me restart that. Concerns intensified in the field as psychiatrists and medical professionals began to question the theory that architecture played a role in mental health. And so the prestigious Hanwell Mental Institute sought to adapt, as many other mental hospitals, by undergoing extensive remodeling according to a new design philosophy that came to be known as the unit system. Instead of a single sprawling building, the various departments in the establishment would be separated into smaller, discrete structures. With this new approach, a pure administration building would have no physical connection to the housing patients. To achieve this ambitious goal, many existing Kirkbride institutions resorted to constructing utilitarian underground tunnels connecting various buildings. since the aesthetics were no longer a concern. Well, that sounds like what they were doing down there then. Interesting. Oh, man. All right, let's go ahead and save right here. Yes. So, you know, this game has been super, super interesting. I like it a lot. There's so much to explore. The modified FPS point-and-click style works really, really well. It really satisfies all the gripes I have with traditional point-and-click. Really opens it up, makes it feel much more alive, and there's so much to look at. I mean, I don't even think we've explored all the dialogue with all the various people, because you can redo everything with everybody, which is kind of cool. It's hard to say what's exactly going on here. We're definitely uncovering a mystery in a mental health asylum, hence the name of the game, and trying to figure out why he's hallucinating, what they did to the people in Group E. We just read something leading us to believe these tunnels were for connecting the buildings together, but were they really? And then Lenny tells us that they did something to us down in the basement. So, I don't know what's going on. There's a lot going on here. This is a super interesting game, though. And I am really curious to see where this goes. So, I think for right now, we're going to go ahead and call it for today right here. But don't go anywhere. We're about to go do a raid. I'll get you guys on over to somewhere really cool.